It makes you like, comment, subscribe as you always. Watch for video.
Right above Miami and just below Palm Beach is a place called Broward County. Home to Florida legends and rappers both new and old, a gang war within Broward has left multiple young men dead, even taking the lives of 3 parents.
Damn.
A rivalry between rappers on the rise and the ones left behind would seemingly end after the Broward Sheriff's Office announced a RICO. A takedown charging a Broward County gang with 8 murders, over 12 attempted murders, and enough other shit to bury them under the prison. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking.
I ain't gonna lie, them Ricos be the only way to lock people up, bruh. Them be the only way to get people break. Cause like again, it just be sad. It be extra sad seeing people throw their life away for nothing. You're throwing your life away for a block you don't own. Not it could be 100 members, 200 members. Nobody owns nothing. Nobody. Especially if everybody just moved here. If I like even if the first president came in the 80s, nobody's owning nothing. Now it might be one person who probably was born there. Their parents might own one house. One. But other than that, nobody owns nothing. If the government came through like, hey, we knocking down everything, get up out of here. What you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing.
With me, and for this video, I'm going to be covering the war in Broward County. With Kodak Black becoming the face of Florida, many would assume he's as untouchable in Broward as the president in the White House. But the same can't be said for some of Kodak's closest associates who've allegedly been involved in a back and forth battle ending in prison and death. Kodak's fame would cast a shadow over the other side, but with the sheriffs announcing a new RICO indictment, the other side is now getting the fame they sought. November 13, 2024, the Broward County Sheriff's Office announced 8 members of the Dania Hot Boys had been arrested after a month-long investigation following a string of murders dating back to 2021. A 16-year-old will be the 9th person charged and the only one not eligible to be executed, as the gang, like I said, is being held responsible for 8 murders and 12 attempts. 2 faces would stand out amongst the mugshots.
Bro, y'all in a county where they still got execution? I wouldn't be doing nothing, bro. What? No. What? No, bruh. No. If the crime carries, no, that's the max. Mind you, sometimes this might be the max, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get that. But if there's a good chance, hell to the no, bro. What? Yeah, y'all crazy, boy.
27-year-old
y'all crazy, boy.
Sigmund Brown, who were more commonly known as the rappers HMT Trey and Liberia Sig.
I liked that video.
Were from Liberia, a small neighborhood in Hollywood, Florida, made up of only 12 streets. HMT would originally stand for Hollywood Money Team, but after this indictment, it needs to stand for Hit My Target, because in this RICO, no money was made, only bodies were dropped. Now, Liberia and Dania Beach border one another, and many believe law enforcement got it wrong, as the 8 alleged Dania Hot Boys are really from Hollywood, where DHB stands for Them Hollywood Boys. This small difference in neighborhoods would also be behind the very beef that started the war.
That's crazy.
Kodak Black affiliate Psycho Bob is the face of Dania Beach, and that's a hard face to forget. Even harder for HMT Trey and Liberia Sig. Sight can be seen on camera in the infamous mall video from 2021 as Trey, who was off camera, attempts to confront him. Sight would diss Trey's dead mother to his face, words that would later come back to haunt him. 6 months before they ran into each other at the mall, 39-year-old Misty Hopkins, Trey's mom, was gunned down in front of her business in Miami Gardens. The vicious shooting left her shot multiple times, dying in broad daylight. Only weeks after Trey's mother was killed, Psycho Bob would be shot in a triple shooting in Fort Lauderdale. He'd take to Instagram denying he'd been shot and laughing at his ops who thought he died.
Say Cheese had you tripping. Say Cheese had the ops tripping too. Ops said they was smoking on me. What the fuck y'all smoking, man? Smoking on me, you better smoke meth. Who the fuck smoking on Psycho? Who gonna smoke a Psycho? Who gonna roll up something that called Psycho? A bitch ain't gonna smoke no joint called Psycho. You must be dumb. Dumbass. You smoking a Psycho. How you smoking a bitch that's walking? Nothing wrong with him, nothing wrong with his body, but you smoking on me? Come on, man. Smoke dick.
2 months later, 53-year-old Jerry
crazy,
McCabe would die. Jerry, who went by the nickname Chink, can be seen in a photo from '96 during his time inside Florida State Prison. Chink was the father of 25-year-old Jared McCabe, who's more commonly known as Hatch, and one of the 8 men indicted. With his father killed, Hatch would take to Twitter saying, "I lost my old boy. I never imagined having to bury my daddy at the age of 21 and having to step up and fill his shoes. Damn, I'm sorry, Pops. I promise I'm gonna get them back. Again, again, and again."
Why would you post that on the internet? What be wrong with people when they be so quick to go snitch on themselves?
Hatch would then tattoo baby Chink on his forehead in blood red. 3 months later, Florida rapper Wiz the Wizard would be found dead in front of an abandoned home. Wiz, an associate of Kodak, had fell out with Kodak and was going back and forth with Psycho Bob at the time of his death, leading to Reddit rumors as to who was behind his murder. Only days later, Psycho Bob and HMT Trey would face off in the mall. Fast forward to April of 2022, 27-year-old James Hardwick would be arrested and charged with the murder of Misty, HMT Trey's mom. While not much is known about James, he himself is a piece to the puzzle, as he can be seen in Wiz the Wizard's music video Shooting Guard. Clearly an associate of Wiz,
the music
video was posted a month before Trey's mom was killed. That same year, Psycho Bob would drop a song titled Stepdaddy.
Let's pussy good, but her head be a mackin'. That's the art mama. Oh yeah, bitch, I smashed. I don't beat her son ass. Let's do the stepdaddy.
Psych would claim to have had sex with a woman named Celeste, who just so happened to be Liberia Sig's mom. The song was about Psych being Sig's stepdaddy, which would lead to a back and forth on Instagram that ended when Psych posted to his story.
I don't care what a nigga post, you can't top a nigga fucking your mama, boy. That's real. Now, if a nigga fuck your bitch, you gonna wanna beat your bitch ass, ain't it? So go beat your mama ass. You feel me? If your bitch fight.
That is true, bruh. That is true, bruh. It's nothing you can say. It's no joke you can make, no nothing. The nigga smashed your mama. She called for even doing it too, bruh. Like, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? And you, like, not mind you, I don't know the people. I don't know what's going on personally. But if you knew for a fact that your son and this man was beefing, or you know their crews or whatever didn't like each other, why would you do that? You knew that's like this ain't in the scenario of the mom trying to get the pulley. I'm just take the P off, put a B. I don't want to say because it's YouTube, but just say the mom is trying to get the pulley to stop messing with her son, right? And then the son say, "All right," or the pulley say, "All right, you want me to leave him alone?" Mind these people are grown; they're in college. These are not kids. I'm just giving the scenario. But he said, "All right, you want me to stop? Hey, what's up? Let me crack or whatever." And she go for it. You just gave this man another tool to use against your son. Why would you do that?
Fucking a nigga you don't like, y'all go beat that bitch ass, all you niggas. But if a nigga fuck your mama and your mama don't like, and you don't like that nigga, go beat that whole ass, dog. A nigga can go fuck a bitch, baby mama, old lady, whatever. You can't talk to a nigga fucking your mama. I don't care what you do. You can do 1,000 gangster shits. A nigga fuck your mama. Well, how can you beat that? That's your mama. You can't mount that coochie, boy. A nigga could have gave you a little.
Liberia Sig wasn't the only target of the song, as Psycho Bob would take it a step further when he said,
I be geeking, I be rolling, I be sticking. Heard a nigga was about 50, he got hit up with them switches.
Herda was about 50, he got hit up with them switches. It's alleged Psych was now dissing Hatch's dad, who was 53 at the time of his death. So in total, Psych dissed Trey's dead mom to Trey's face, dropped a song about smashing Sig's mom, and dissed Hatch's dead dad in the same song. Now remember when I said Psych's words would come back to haunt him? While inside of a federal prison, Psych would learn that his 68-year-old mother Dorothy Smart, who was known as Dee Dee, was gunned down in front of her home on September 23rd, 2023. A picture posted to Facebook would read, "Someone just emptied the clip on Psycho Bob's mom." Now this is where everything comes together.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why we said, like, when it comes to people's beef, people's arguments, whatever, leave females, kids, grown, no, old folk up out of it. Because, bro, you dissed his mom. Now, look. You dissed somebody's mom, and you cracked the other dude's mom. Now, condolences to the people that was lost in this video, bro.
Broward County sheriffs have charged HMT Trey, Liberia Sig, and 2 other men named Hot Rod and Rico with the murder of Psycho Bob's mom. Immediately following her death, Lil Hatch would troll Psych with a post on Instagram saying, "I heard a lady was about 50, got hit up with them switches." Hatch would even have Stepdaddy playing in the post, as he was now dissing back for Psych dissing his dead dad. But that isn't all. HMT Trey has been charged with killing Wiz the Wizard, an alleged act of revenge for the murder of his mother. Liberia Sig will be charged with accessory after the fact for his role in Wiz's murder, and both men would face a charge for using a cell phone to facilitate the killing. These charges would allege Trey shot Wiz before dumping his dead body with Liberia Sig. So how did detectives put all this together? Through investigating another shooting, they'd arrest Gerald Charles, aka Hot Rod. A search warrant would give the approval for a cell phone extraction, which located a Telegram group chat between 12 members of the DHB gang, which is also known as Grand Mafia. They'd locate messages conspiring to commit murders, even messages in which members said they'd been camping 10 hours before spotting Color Money Red. Red, a 21-year-old rapper from Lauderhill, is a member.
Again, it be so, like, dumb how like, there's been plenty of people that have been caught up because of their phone, and yet
of Lauder killed babies and has ties
like,
to
bruh, they were so dumb.
A Grand Mafia member said to crush him on Telegram, and 4 minutes later, Red was shot at. Grand Mafia would attempt to kill Red 3 times, shooting up a house and 2 cars. Each time, Red survived, but innocent bystanders were shot, including a woman and a 5-year-old girl. Red would survive each attempt until finding himself arrested on an unrelated murder charge. Detectives would identify Liberia Sig as the leader of DHB/Grand Mafia, with HMT Trey as the co-leader. They'd also break down a list of emojis that were direct links to murders used by both men on social media. The snake emoji referred to 26 CJ, whose real name was Javion Ross. The 22-year-old was one of Kodak's artists and allegedly played a role in Wiz the Wizard's death by snaking Wiz.
Damn.
After Wiz was killed, CJ could be seen on live with HMT Trey with a video of CJ and Wiz playing in the corner. CJ would call himself King Cobra, meaning he took pride in being the biggest snake and snaking people out. For that, he was found shot to death in a burning car in 2023. Following his death, those close to Wiz would warn him, essentially confirming CJ played a role in his death. The wizard emoji referred to Wiz, while the blood drop emoji referred to Zone 10 Blood, real name Amon Simmons. He was a part of the same gang as Wiz, and after Wiz was killed, Blood posted to his story saying, "Snake me." Less than a year later, the 23-year-old was shot multiple times after allegedly being set up by a female. The top arrow emoji referred to another Zone 10 member named Marlo Top.
It's crazy, like it's like y'all had to not been talking in real secret code, because how they link these emojis with certain people. Y'all had to keep like using the emoji back and forth, and that got it. Or I be thinking how most time how police be getting the lingo, because bro, mind you, this is new, somewhat new, but I've never heard of nobody using emojis to to I guess reference certain people. I be thinking people gotta be snitching for that. People gotta be, somebody gotta be snitching, bro. Like, how do you know? Like, what? Especially if it's true. Mind you, it's all here, so we don't know if these emojis 100% link with these people. But the names with the emojis, it looked like it. I'm not gonna lie, but somebody gotta be snitching, or y'all just ain't talking in the secret. It's not in a good enough secret talk. Y'all need to figure out how to talk. Like, I don't know what y'all doing, because boy, y'all doing it wrong.
Real name Wayne Smith.
That's why it's nothing you can do, bro. Like, what?
Standing outside of a parked car. Hatch and Liberia Sig are both charged with killing him. The granny emoji refers to Dorothy Smart, Psycho Bob's mom, and the runner emoji refers to Red, who was able to survive every time they tried to kill him. So not only was Grand Mafia killing, they were trolling and leaving a trail of evidence for detectives to find. But it was one specific murder that broke open this whole case. Back in January of 2024, a quadruple shooting outside of a Best Buy left 17-year-old Terrence Farrington dead. Known as TJ, he was a star football athlete, but was also known as a member of Money Gang, and could be seen on Instagram Live living a life different from what...
See? What I said this before. You can't, people be thinking you can straddle the fence. You cannot. It's either you're in the dark or you're trying to be positive. You gotta pick a side. You cannot do both. Because when you're I ain't gonna break it all down, but bruh, people, it does not work. It's not going to work. Look how many rappers have been thought that they were gonna come to the game, make all this money, still providing for their street team, and nothing was going to happen. No, you're going to jail. You're going to jail, my boy. They are on thing. Think about it. Most time, the law, they be knowing what's going on. They be knowing. They just be waiting to the moment till you do too much. Till you do too much, and then they come get you. They let you do a bunch of dirt, make millions of dollars, and then they come get you. Like, yeah, okay. You thought you was getting away. You say you probably started when you was 20. They came and got you when you was 35. Now you're done. Ain't no coming home. Ain't no getting out. And if you do, you're going to get out when you're old. Your whole family is gone. It's going to be you and one niece, one nephew, because everybody else has passed away. It's not going to work.
Was portrayed on the news.
Pick a side, people. I hope you pick the good side. This, look.
Tell me why you flagging. You know why?
Look how dumb these, bro. Y'all niggas are dumb. This is the internet. Y'all don't think the law watch the internet? Y'all don't think the law is regular people? Y'all think they're robots or something, bro? This is not that. They're regular people, bro. Like, they watch the internet just this much as everybody else. There are people who are dedicated to watching the internet, bro, to find things like this. And again, certain people get away with it because they want you. I ain't gonna say that they want you to, but they're just waiting for you to, again, make the biggest mistake so they can wash you away.
Yeah, you see me at the mall, you ain't do shit.
Like, how dumb are you, bro, to do this on the internet?
You're showing guns and shit. You don't. That's not even yours.
Kids.
It's not even yours.
It's alleged TJ was spotted by Sig with someone who Sig mistook as Color Money Red. So Sig opened fire, striking a total of 4 people and killing TJ. Detectives believe Sig used a Zestafa Draco pistol that had been used in multiple murders and shootings. Detectives also recovered telegram messages from Kavaris saying Sig had the Drake during a double attempted murder. Sig,
Snitched on your homie.
Tavares, and Hot Rod would all be charged with killing TJ. Sig's fingerprint would be lifted off a vehicle connected to TJ's shooting, and the investigation brought light to every other shooting they'd been involved in. So essentially, the case began and ended with Sig, as the first shooting in the case dates back to October of 2020, when Liberia Sig allegedly shot at Psycho Bob's mom. She obviously survived, only to be killed at a later time, but this would be the first documented shooting that started the war. That would mean DHB slash Grand Mafia were the first to cross the line by targeting a family member, resulting in Trey's mom being killed, Hatch's dad being killed, and Sykes' mom being killed. All in all, them Hollywood boys, aka Grand Mafia, are being held responsible for murdering 23-year-old Wiz the Wizard, 68-year-old Dorothy Smart, 17-year-old TJ, 31-year-old Marlo Top, 24-year-old Antoine Dobard, 21-year-old Terrence McKenzie, 23-year-old Ronaldo Donner, and 17-year-old Johnny Henderson. On top of that, they've been hit with 12 attempted murders.
Bruh, none of them people was even 35. Well, besides, the grown folks. But the other people, like, that was like 4 or 5 people back to back. That was 23. People. Again, our ancestors did not do all that work to end like this, bro. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, it's time to wake up.
Even intimidating
it's time to get it together, bro.
By celebrating murders on Instagram. The list of charges and punishments is so extensive, you might as well consider the entire gang gone at this point. And while this case may take years to resolve, the punishment will be just as extreme as the crimes. Now, Florida is one of the few states that has a state RICO. There is also no parole in the state of Florida.
Damn.
The fact that they may be facing death means the only way out of that is to take a plea for a life sentence. And with no parole, a life sentence in the state of Florida means you have to die. Now, these rappers were beefing with Kodak affiliates, this Kodak in songs.
No.
But one thing that separates him from them is they don't have Kodak money. Most likely, this entire gang is going to be represented by public defenders, which means they are all most likely going to be found overly guilty and sentenced to fucking forever. But rest in peace to all the victims involved. Drop y'all's comments in the
Yeah, that's another thing I be saying, bro. Like, you doing all this, like, even if y'all here doing things, flocking, stacking up certain money, when you go to jail, that money is going with you. It's going to jail too. It's not, you're not going to be having 30 racks in a bank, and you think that's, like, especially if you don't have no job to certify that money, bro. Everything you got, jewelry, money, cars, everything is getting taken. Everything.